so much. This really helped. In a
You're
different way.
you're very welcome. At least you now understand the system.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
without understanding the system, you feel like you've wasted your money with the membership. And
Yeah.
maybe it is. Maybe whoever sold it to you sold you a line saying, "Oh yeah, we're in Quebec." We aren't, to my knowledge.
But we really need this. I'm the type of person that always needs a lawyer for some reason, So it's like I really
Well,
want
and
one.
I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 7 years. I love my job, and family law is my main area, but I touch on a lot of areas of law because I'm in my 60s, been doing this for 20 years. So I know a lot about a lot of different areas of law, and I love it for that reason. We're saving you guys money. We're giving you advice. Some people use us, on average once a month. I've been talking to some people on and off for 6 years,
Wow.
So if you can use the service in Ontario, it's a good service, right?
Yeah. Is there a way
Otherwise,
to?
you're wasting your money.
Is there a way to I'm an engineer, but honestly, ever since I was younger, I was so interested in law. Is there a way to is there a loophole to become a lawyer?
Oh, I wish there were. Do you want to know my story? I worked in law firms starting in 1990 because my ex didn't want to work. Okay, this is 2026 almost, so I've been around law firms for a long time. When I was working for that law firm, they put a bug in my ear to go to law school. It was the last thing I wanted to do in my life. For me as a mature student to even get into law school, I had to study for 2 years for the LSATs, the admission exams, to get a high enough mark. I had to write a biography because I was coming in as a mature student with low marks from university because I was pregnant first, during law school. So there is no quick way, simply because there are now gazillion people who want to be lawyers. I don't know why. I'm talking from experience. I don't know why I got to law school. Really I was in nursing. I would have made a really good nurse or doctor, but I ended up a lawyer. And I don't recommend it to people. It's very hard to earn a living at it. It really is.
Sorry, I don't want to take too much of your time, but I work in AI. I work in AI at Microsoft. So, what do you think about ChatGPT and all the?
So funny. I just had a conversation with my son. He lives in Mexico. He's married to a Mexican, and I did a continuing professional development course on AI and law.
Okay.
And I said, "Oh my God, they know everything about the clients and the other side now in litigation. How's that fair?" And what he said to me is, "Mom, listen to what the guy giving the seminar said. It saves them time, and they're not using it against the people. They just have more information, which makes them more efficient. As long as people are ethical, AI can help us."
Yeah, but I've been writing
get AI things from people that have written letters on their own using AI. Sometimes they're on the mark, but as my son says, garbage in, garbage out. If you give it the wrong criteria, it gives you the wrong answer.
Garbage in, garbage out. That's a machine learning term. Your son is what?
I know it is. I go back to DOS days, okay? I'm 68. My former spouse was a programmer, actually a designer. So I know that I didn't use that term by accident. Garbage in, garbage out comes back.
Yeah, I teach AI. I teach AI, and I that's on my slides. So I'm like, really, wow, okay, what a small world. But I've been writing demand letters.
You and I have a similar perspective there. It's whatever it can be very useful AI, and good for you for working in it. It scares the bejesus out of me because I'm old, and I go back to my brother who passed away a long time ago. But he would be 70 now. And when he studied programming in university in the late 70s, guess how big a computer was? And we still had the whole room. And they had little cards that they put in there. He used to get my father to use the scratch pads.
No way.
So technology has advanced so far.
Yeah.
In just over 50 years, it scares me.
Yeah,
but younger ones like you just say, well, that's just the way things are, and if we're ethical, it works. And
right? Like they said, ChatGPT and everything, they passed the bar exam 97%. It's like if you use it well. I've been using it to write demand letters and doing all this thing with BMO, so much so that I'm at a point where BMO is so scared.
I will tell you this from experience of having to work so hard because I was headed into sociology-based stuff, nursing, science. Law is about argument. No system can teach a lawyer how to argue because law is not black and white. Yeah, we got a law, but it can be interpreted 1,000 different ways, right? So law is about using logic, but flowing with the logic to find the loopholes in it And AI does not have the ability. I couldn't have passed the LSATs just by doing some AI stuff. I had to train my brain to think the right way.
Oof, I want to challenge that. I really want to meet a lawyer one day that could, I don't know how much I got to pay them, but sit side by side. You write your demand letter, I write mine, and I could prompt it so well.
They're not going to be much different, but that's not my point. Anybody can do a demand letter.
It's not even a demand, but a plan. Like
no, listen. Anyone can do a demand letter using AI. But supposing the person then writes back and pokes holes in your AI, what do you do then? AI told you to put it this. This is where
no, but I'm saying I've been using it to get strategy, and that's what's so different is that.
Okay, that's what my son does, and in his business. So I agree with you. It just because I'm older, it scares me. But my son, who's 40, let's see, he's my second oldest. He was born in 82, so that makes him 43. My 43-year-old son says, Mom, don't be scared. We're not stupid here.
Yeah.
We know it can do harm, but it can also do good. So what I'm saying, and he does his own stuff using AI, right? He doesn't hire lawyers all the time. He uses his own AI and his own brain.
That's me. That's me.
And there's nothing wrong with that until you reach a point, and I hope someday lawyers aren't needed. Really do. Maybe 100 or 200 years, there'll be no such thing as a lawyer.
No way. You're a lawyer and you're saying that? That's crazy.
Damn right. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
the problem is lawyers. Look at the big bucks they get. I don't get it because I do this job because I have no interest in taking money from people to do something they can do for their own selves, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's see what happens. But honestly, like I really one day, like I want a lawyer to come up with strategy, and I want to sit side by side and make AI come up with a strategy because so far with my whole.
Well, you know what? Having worked on Bay Street, having worked for some top lawyers who moved me along, I saw all this. They would sit down with their highly intelligent corporate clients. And they didn't have an AI thing, but they had an intelligent client who would say, well, I think we should do this. Let's put our heads together. You give me this strategy. I'll give you a different strategy. Let's come up with something in between. So your AI could be used in conjunction with that lawyer's brain to come up with something that will move you forward in the direction you want to go, right?
Right.
The only issue I have with AI is it has no conscience, whereas humans have a conscience, right? You can be a psychopath and a really good lawyer in today's world. Try being a psychopath and a doctor. It doesn't work because you're trying to save people's lives, right?
I mean, I don't know if you know the latest developments and stuff, but I mean, conscious, like we're so close to like human emotions and stuff like that. It's actually insane, like I don't know.
Except this is where it perhaps. I won't call it religion, but the spark of life comes in my view.
Yeah.
We are all instilled with a spark of life, which is of higher value than machine-driven life. You try looking at a bird with all the intelligence it takes to just be a bird and creating one yourself, it's impossible. So life goes beyond AI.
Yeah.
Logic, no. Life, yes.
Yeah, no,
and
I get
it's in
it.
life that we're harming each other in the world. Just look at the world right now, So we have to improve as humans. AI will help us to improve, according to my son. It won't harm us if it's used right, but it's not what will improve us. Would be that spark of life within us. That's my view. I'm not your typical lawyer. I'm not your typical human, probably, in this world, but it's the way I was brought up, and I'm also old.
Yeah.
I'm an elder in today's world. So I have experiences from 50 years ago when things were completely different than they are now.
Yeah.
It's not the same world.
Yeah. Jeez, yeah.
Anyway, I got to get on to my next call.
Okay, well, sorry, what was your name again? What was your name?
All the best in your career. I'll be looking for your name someday in the field of AI.
What's your name? Sorry?
Sonia Barnes.
Okay, perfect. Have a nice day. It's nice talking to you.
Likewise. Take care. Bye.
Bye. This is crazy.